Architecture shoulders responsibility for nearly 40% of annual emissions due to resource-intensive building operations and carbon-heavy materials like steel and concrete. Sustainably sourced timber presents a renewable construction alternative to sequestering atmospheric carbon into structures for decades. Engineered mass timber composites transform wood from traditional domestic scales into strong superstructures rivaling established building classics. Constructing tall buildings almost entirely from timber was unfathomable just decades ago. Today, breakthrough factories and standardized connection solutions enable custom modular assemblies to attain soaring new heights. These unprecedented wooden feats of engineering signify sustainable architecture's next chapter. From cascading balconies to procedurally generated patterns, parametric modeling unlocks expressive designs unique to timber. Showcasing captivating aesthetics, celebrating natural materials and biophilia, upcoming wooden marvels make climate-positive construction an exciting mainstream movement. Nestled in Winterthur's idyllic hillside, Rocket Skyscraper's slender glulam structure pierces the quaint village skyline to expand locals' imaginations for sustainable density. Using regional timber, the tower was prefabricated nearby before rapid assembly on site. Its modular design substantially shortened construction schedules, while increasing quality and reducing material waste. Kit-of-parts principles refined in Nordic regions streamline intricate geometries impossible with conventional techniques. The project's localized materials and modular methodology minimize embodied emissions. Meanwhile, the adjacent Tigerli structure provides affordable housing with ground-level shops. Stacking mixed-income demographics vertically promotes social cohesion through architecture. Rocket economically demonstrates a high-performance glulam tower replicable across Swiss towns to alleviate housing shortages without compromising sustainability. The project also strengthens the public's perception of local forestry stewardship programs. Over 75% of Switzerland's landscape remains forested. While wood has long remained a ubiquitous local building material, most associate it with domestic scales rather than soaring skyscrapers. Showcasing timber's structural capacities through an iconic skyline-piercing tower encourages expanded adoption across building typologies. Movements like Rocket Spotlight Forestry's essential societal contributions to catalyze policy supporting sustainable forest management. The built environment can positively reinforce responsible regional timber cultivation if realized broadly. Sydney's sustainability goals target high-performing infrastructure, marrying architecture and ecology. Atlas rises to the challenge through exposed timber interiors surrounded by an energy-efficient glazed exterior that filters harsh sunlight while preserving views. The 39-story building's composite structure pairs the durability and resilience of a steel core with mass timber beams and slabs that safely support substantial heights using less material than conventional schemes. Stacked and cantilevered workspaces branch into 4 lush vertical gardens. Living walls filter air, create microclimates, and provide habitats while also framing panoramic sightlines of Sydney Harbour for all occupants. Integrating verdant biophilic elements fosters wellness and creativity as dappled daylight filters through plant foliage. Publicly accessible cafes and event spaces also orient outward to the plazas below, connecting citizens to stories unfolding within their aspirational tower. High-rise inhabitants enjoy amenities like an elevated running track looping through foliage and expansive green roofs with urban agriculture and apiaries that harvest honey. Bringing small-town character to dense urban settings demonstrates that livability need not be sacrificed for sustainable density. Beyond healthy human environments, the biodiverse landscape supports local ecology, from beetles to birds that pollinate indigenous flora, demonstrating climate-positive architecture. Atlas screenshots how biophilic city principles conserve nature, culture, and community. Typical warehouses, oppressive scales, and sterile environments contrast pastoral countryside contexts. Henning Larsen's Dutch distribution hub departs from this paradigm by complementing surrounding meadows with natural materials. While accommodating expansive industrial programming, the project feels connected to regional agrarian heritage through its heavy timber structure. From a distance, the warehouse resembles an oversized barn enlarged to a mega scale. Up close, intricate craft details celebrate joints and finishes through expressed joinery and tangible connections. Exposed glue-laminated columns and beams communicate warmth more commonly associated with domestic architecture than commercial. Beyond appearance, environmental aspects drive performance too. Advanced envelope insulation, ample skylights, and a mixed-mode passive HVAC system substantially curb energy loads. The exposed structural mass timber also provides inherent thermal insulation, stabilizing interior temperatures. The renewable material safely sequesters atmospheric carbon as well. Adjacent meadows soaked during storms and then blanketed in native grasses and wildflowers support regional fauna while eliminating maintenance requirements. Runoff sustains pastoral landscapes for staff to take respite while surrounded by nature, just steps from this industrial-scale project. Demonstrating environmental sensitivity at all scales, the logistics hub holistically integrates built and natural systems. From the weathered facade finishes to the pastoral surroundings, experiences reinforce connections to the historic Hanseatic region translated into contemporary sustainable architecture. Beyond climate goals, the project spurs local economic development and job training in mass timber construction methods. The commercial prototype envisions wide-scale replication across the Netherlands and abroad. Downtown Milwaukee's striking mass timber high-rise, the Ascent M. 3 climbs over 80 meters as a beacon for renewable architecture across America's heartland. Its height, claiming the national title for the tallest timber tower, made headlines, but project implications stretch beyond setting records. Blending wood, steel, and concrete structural systems illustrates holistic, sustainable construction by marrying suitable materials to ideal applications. For example, resilient concrete cores brace upper stories against lateral loads, while lightweight timber floor slabs span open interiors column-free. This hybrid scheme demonstrates structural diversity and redundancy through integrated composite design. Beyond the building itself, Milwaukee and the state of Wisconsin championed pivotal policy transformations, enabling mass timber precedents at this unprecedented scale. Code changes opened the door for Wisconsin's first high-rise, featuring exposed timber across occupiable spaces. Updated fire safety testing helped officials recognize wood's inherent fire resistance and charring self-extinguishing capacities that rival steel and concrete. Revamping regulations to permit mass timber now paves the pathway for Wisconsin's next generation of sustainable buildings, no longer hindered by outdated bureaucracy. Overcoming barriers at an institutional scale incentivizes market transformation region-wide and beyond by settling class prejudices rooted in antique codes unreflective of modern material innovations. Ascent M3's efficient construction process further showcased the benefits of off-site prefabrication with rapid on-site assembly. Stacked planks swiftly grew 5 stories monthly, thanks to optimized workflows reliant upon standardization rather than variable field labor. Demonstrating accelerated timelines compresses the hefty interest payments investors incur during more conventional multi-year build-outs. Expedited returns boost mass timber's value proposition across sectors while minimizing disruption to surrounding businesses affected by prolonged construction. On every front, from policy to project delivery, Ascent M3 cements Wisconsin as an unexpectedly rising hub for sustainable architecture nationally. High-profile developers from across America toured the construction site to witness firsthand the profitable implementation of mass timber technologies at market-competitive costs and timelines. Early adopters can ride falling learning curves before mainstream momentum mounts. Following in Ascent M3's footsteps, a neighbor's 12-story mixed-income mass timber apartment tower recently broke ground mere blocks away. The refinements will continue as the westbound development, a 30-story, 180-meter timber tower, gets underway. Ascent M3's ripple effects uplift economic prosperity in tandem with environmental stewardship as Milwaukee embraces its atmosphere-altering allure. Toronto's low-carbon residential community on the Waterfront Peninsula demonstrates that biophilic living does not demand suburban sprawl. Designed for affordability, accessibility, and aging in place, the wood frame complex provides density and diversity with sensitivity to resident comfort. The project deftly blends into its context by referencing colors from neighboring brick buildings, so the contrast doesn't feel jarring. Using timber that complements nearby greenery, the complex feels both contemporary and timeless. Inside, texture-rich grains and intricate shadows evoke feelings of warmth and calm. Playful light filtering through latticed wooden facades animates common spaces with dappled illumination resembling sunlight through forest canopies. Spatially diverse layouts make efficient use of small spaces to comfortably accommodate families without compromising openness or daylighting. Leveraging extensive glazing, units optimize views and passive ventilation by cross breezes. High ceilings maintain perceived spaciousness for maneuverability, while mixed room proportions add variety. Durable fixtures and intuitive controls cater to people of all ages and abilities, making accessibility effortless without complicated specialty equipment. Centering community and support, the project provides local services, care coordination, and recreational programming tailored to this group's needs. For example, outdoor terraces and raised garden planters encourage socializing, exercise, and urban agriculture for holistic well-being without demanding resident mobility. Whether admiring views of Lake Ontario, getting fresh air in landscaped courtyards, or gathering in communal spaces, the development promotes social sustainability and collective identity. Creating more than just apartments, architects designed an opportunity to connect through shared spaces and experiences. Intergenerational play areas allow toddlers to learn from elders practicing Tai Chi atop an ornamental pergola nearby. Lessons pass between generations while also sharing the laughter and joy such moments cultivate. To specifically serve immigrant families, versatile rooms morph between uses to support multi-generational households or match evolving demographics over decades of anticipated community usage. Sensitively accommodating these unique user needs makes housing more equitable, allowing aging, learning, and celebration to coalesce as an inclusive neighborhood. Toronto's forthcoming timber project embodies resilient communities. Today's largest timber projects make zero-carbon architecture mainstream, with breathtaking aesthetics showcasing sustainable design across sectors. Exposed structural wood communicates warmth and environmental stewardship at soaring new scales previously unfathomable. As engineered mass timber replaces emissions-heavy construction globally, upcoming wooden marvels reach elevating heights. Want to see more stunning, sustainable architecture? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know which projects you want covered next in the comments below.